ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልን ውድ የእምታቲው ተከታታዮቻችን እንኳን ወደ እምታቲው በሰላም መጣችሁ። እንግዲህ በዛሬው ቆይታችን የኮሪያን ናሽናል ሙዚየም የምናስጎበኛችሁ ይሆናል። አብረናችሁ የምንቆየው እኔ ቃላ ብርሃኑና እንዲሁም የኮሪያ ወዳጄ ኳንግሱ አብረን በመሆን ይሆናል። የኮሪያን ናሽናል ሙዚየም እናስጎበኛችኋለን። አብራችሁን ትቆዩ ዘንድ እንጋብዛለን።
안녕하세요. 살람.
አብራችሁን ቆዩ።
네, 여기 선사 고대관 Prehistory and Ancient History Gallery. Let's start from here. 네, let's enter. Shall we? Paleolithic period. 네, 구석기입니다. 네. Stones. 네. Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, Australopithecus. 네. How to make usable tools with stones. It's very interesting special stone. It's called obsidian. It's black stone. It's very sharp. Pottery. During Neolithic period, they use potteries like this. 토기예요, 토기. Neolithic period potteries. 신석기 시대. You see the pattern? They have these kind of patterns. It's called 빗살무늬. 빗살무늬. comb pattern. 빗살 means comb pattern. comb, B in Korean. It's very famous Korean pottery in long time ago. Very long time ago. They made very interesting pieces of art from using dirt and clay. They made potteries using clay, and they may use the interesting patterns on the pottery. It's quite beautiful. You see the seashell? They were used as a kind of money, long time ago. This is quite much advanced and developed. Quite good. It's good to see more. And this looks quite much advanced. It's called burnished pottery. Burnished pottery. And they made axe like this with stone and wood. Stone axe. 돌도끼 in Korean. 돌도끼. Long time ago, they also used bow and arrow, and they made arrows with stone. These stone arrowheads. And these special gems, it's called ok in Korean. Ok. It's jade. Jade. Ok is jade in Korean. This is bronze sword. In prehistory period, Koreans made bronze sword. There are two types of bronze stone in prehistoric Korea. There was this 비파형 동검. 동검 means bronze sword. 비파형 means mandolin shape. It looks like mandolin. And this is something else. This is called 세영 동검. But this is not 세영. It's not that. This is stone one. And now we are entering the period. The first country in Korean history is called Gojoseon. Gojoseon. You know, Joseon dynasty. It's Joseon of Lee house. Yeah. The founder of Joseon dynasty, his surname, his family name was Lee. But original Joseon is called Old Joseon to distinguish from the Joseon dynasty. And Old Joseon, old, Go means old in Korean. So it's called Gojoseon, Old Joseon. Okay, let's go. It's the same bronze sword, bronze dagger, a mandolin-shaped one. The original bronze dagger, bronze sword, looked like this. It had golden color, not the bluish color. That's kind of rusted. Yeah, but this was the original color. Yeah, it looked quite fancy. Oh, there are so many interesting items. Yeah. Long time ago, in Korean Peninsula, China, there was a Chinese kingdom. In current North Korea area, it's called Nangnang. But the Nangnang kingdom of Chinese kingdom, it was established after Gojoseon collapsed. Gojoseon later was destroyed by Chinese Han dynasty. Yeah. So it's a long time after. And current Manchuria, there was another Korean kingdom called Buyo. Gojoseon was the first Korean country, but Buyo was kind of second Korean country. Yeah. And Buyo was in Manchuria. Yeah, today Manchuria. You know, the famous Goguryeo kingdom, it came from Buyo. Yeah. The founder of Goguryeo kingdom, he was a prince in the Buyo kingdom. Yeah. He moved from Buyo to Goguryeo area, and he founded Goguryeo. Yeah. Let's go. Now we'll have a detailed overview about Gojoseon. Okay. It's spear, you know, the spearheads. Yeah, spearheads. There are several types of spear. Usually we know that long spearheads, but in ancient Far East history, there were three kinds of spears. The first one, the most well-known spear type, is called the mo in Korean. And second, it's called hwa. And the last one, it's called gu. Gu is combination of mo and hwa. Yeah, you see? Yeah, the long spearhead and the gear. Korean letter, it looks like gear. I told you that there were two types of bronze sword. The first, mandolin-shaped one, we already checked. The second one is slender bronze sword. Yeah, slender bronze sword. It looks like that. It's long. It's a long one. And now we are entering the Goguryeo period. Yeah, Goguryeo. You see, these are prints from stele of Gwanggaeto the Great. Gwanggaeto the Great, he was most powerful king, Goguryeo king. Goguryeo was in Manchuria and in North Korea, and they moved their capital twice. The first capital was called Jolbon. And from Jolbon, then they moved to another city called Gungnaesong. Yeah, Gongnaesong was the second capital. It was on the Amnong River. You know, Amnong River is the boundary between North Korea and China now. Yeah. And the last capital was today's Pyongyang, and it's called Pyongyang-song. Yeah, Song means castle or world city. Okay. And among three kingdoms, Goguryeo was first kingdom to accept Buddhism. I told you that first religion, original religion of Koreans was shamanism, but during Three Kingdoms period, Koreans accepted Buddhism from China, and Goguryeo was the first kingdom, Korean kingdom, to accept Buddhism from China. There they made the kind of statues, little statues. And this is most famous Goguryeo artifact. I mean Buddhistic artifact from Goguryeo. It's called 연가 7년명 금동열의 입상. It means gilt bronze standing Buddha with inscription of seventh 연가 year. 연가 is it's a kind of a special reckoning. Yeah. I'm not sure what 연가 means, but it's a term to reckon the year. They made these very big jars. Yeah. Even now, Koreans make soy sauce. You know, soy sauce is very salty. You know, black and salty. And now Koreans to make that kind of salty soy sauce, they use big jar like that. They pour soy sauce inside and keep the soy sauce for a long time. Yeah. It's remains of armor. Yeah, it's remains of armor. You see, it's its parts. And this is like neck parts. This is you made armor with these small pieces. You know, in Korean building, on the Korean building, they use some nice roof ends, yeah, to make. They made decoration on the roofs like this. Yeah, it looked like a flower. Yeah, it's lotus flower. Lotus has something to do with Buddhism always. Lotus, yeah, and that's lotus flower pattern. Goguryeo is very famous because also of its tomb mirrors. You know, when you enter a Goguryeo tomb, usually the owner of the tomb was Goguryeo king or a very important person, politically important person in Goguryeo history. Sometimes you can find some interesting pictures like this. And these are 4 creatures that protect every direction. Yeah. The first creature is called 현무 in Korean. 현무. You see this one? Yeah, it's a turtle, but it's very special turtle. It's kind of mixed with serpent and turtle. And it protects the north direction. And next one. This one is blue dragon. It's called 청룡 in Korean. And it protects east direction. And here, it's called 백호, means white tiger. It protects west direction. And the last one, it looks like a bird. Yes, it's red phoenix. Yeah, and it protects direction south, south direction. So every creature had its own direction to protect. The owner of the tomb, Goguri tomb, his spirit, his spirit is protection. So the Goryeo people, when they made tomb, they put these kind of mirrors on the wall to protect the owner of the tomb from evil spirit. Yeah. Okay. The priests, the shamans, use something like this to make noises. You know, the rings, bells. Yeah. Shh. Yeah. Bells. Let's go. Yeah, you see, Gojoseon, old Joseon was Korean ancient kingdom during Bronze Age. But after it collapsed, now we are entering the Iron Age. Yeah. Iron Age artifacts. After Gojoseon collapsed, Gojoseon was destroyed by most powerful emperor, Chinese emperor during Han Dynasty. Even though the old Joseon, Gojoseon never had South Korea as its territory. They only had Manchuria and northern North Korea as its territory. And to its south, there was some countries called Han. It's called Samhan. Sam means three. Yeah, Han. You know, Korea, South Korea is called 대한민국. The word Han has something to do with Han, Saman, Han. Yeah, the Saman was located in South Korea a long time ago. And Saman had diplomatic relationship with ancient China and Japan also. So they traded with China and Japan. Saman, they kind of quite important exporter of iron ore. Yeah. So they exported iron ore especially to Japan. It's called Saman because there are three kinds of Hans. First, it's called Mahan. Mahan, it's about the same territory. It has same territory as later Baekje Kingdom. So Mahan area, they produce some potteries like this. And second Han, it's called Byeonhan. Byeonhan had location. Later, it's changed to a kingdom called Gaya. Gaya is not well known to foreigners because Gaya it's not included three kingdoms. You know, Goryeo, Baekje, Silla. They are well known three kingdoms. But when there were three kingdoms, there were also the ancient kingdom called Gaya. In the same period, Gaya it was originally called Byeonhan, and they produced this kind of pottery. And Byeonhan, Gaya, that area was the main exporter of iron ore, especially to Japan. Saman, ancient Saman people, they had totem like birds, birds. The old Joseon, Gojoseon, they had a totem of bear. They had totem of bear. There is very famous story about foundation of Goguryeo. The first ruler of Goguryeo, he was called Dangun. Dangun, he was born from a woman who was originally a she-bear. The she-bear and a tiger, they met a kind of a deity. And the deity told them to enter a cave and have only garlic and some kind of Korean herb called soup for very long time, like 40 days, 30 days. I'm not. I don't remember. My memory is not good. That anyway, only the she-bear succeeded, and she turned into a woman, and she married the deity, and she gave birth to the founder of old Joseon. Yeah, that's the most famous story concerning Korean ancient Korean kingdom called Gojoseon. Yeah, Sama, they had totem of birth. Yeah, so the Sama also their religion was shamanism, and the Saman shamans they use the totem of birth. So bird-shaped items. In Far East culture, China, Korea, and Japan, there's something called 점. Yeah, we finished with 고구려. Yeah, 고구려, 고구려, 고구려. This is Chinese character for 고구려. And the second ancient kingdom, 백제, 백제, 백제. The founder of Goryeo, he had his firstborn, he left behind when he left Buya to found Goryeo. When he became the first king of Goryeo, his firstborn came to his kingdom to see him. But his secondborn was already born. His secondborn and his mother, they moved down to South Korea to found 백제. Yeah. So 백제 was founded by second-born of founder of Goguryeo. And 백제, their culture was very sophisticated. When Goguryeo focused on the continent, I mean Goguryeo had much struggle with China, but 백제, they developed their culture. They also made influence on Japan. They put more focus on trade and economic thing. And they also use gold to make very good ornaments. Yeah. And the Japan accepted Buddhism from Baekje. And also Japan accepted so many things from Baekje. The Buddhism and also Confucianism. Also learned the writing with black ink from Baekje. This is all the end part of the roof. It's very sophisticated. It's very big. Yeah, as you see, it's very big. This is most famous artifact from Baekje Kingdom, ancient Baekje Kingdom. It's to burn incense. Yeah. You see this bird. It's red phoenix. Red phoenix. The one we saw on the wall of Goryeo tomb mirror. And now the Gaya. Yeah, Gaya is not included among three kingdoms, but Gaya was very important. Actually, my lineage is from Gaya. Yeah. My ancestor was Gaya king. Yeah. And Gaya was very famous because of its iron ore mountain. There were iron ore mountains in Gaya area, and they traded with the iron ore, and they made iron items like iron plate armors. And Gaya also was famous of its various potteries. via crown, and earring, and bracelet, gold rings. And they also loved all kinds of ornaments. And last kingdom, and most important kingdom among three kingdoms was Shilla, because Shilla unified three kingdoms. And the general who has the most important role in unifying three kingdoms, his name was Yushin Kim, Kim Yushin. And actually, he is my ancestor. And Shilla, they made most fascinating gold artifacts like this crown, Shilla gold crown. The green one, that's jasper. The interesting about the founding history of Shilla is it has something to do with bird egg. The founder of Shilla was born from an egg. The egg came down from heaven. Yeah. And it was found by important people in the Shilla region, Shilla area. And the village chiefs, those who found the egg, found there was a boy that came from the egg, and they made him the first king of Shilla. Yeah. It's the famous founding story of Shilla. And this is a plate armor during Three Kingdoms period. And this plate protects your breast, chest, and that part protects your neck from attack. And Three Kingdoms period, there were so many battles and wars, and so many people died. First, Baekje was the most powerful among three. Then Goryeo, last Shilla. And Shilla had diplomacy with ancient China. China at the time was Tang Dynasty. And Tang Dynasty and Shilla, they came to conquer Goryeo and Baekje. And Shilla unified three kingdoms, and expelled Tang Dynasty influence. After unification, Shilla had territory like this: South Korea and some part of North Korea now. And to its north, there was a new kingdom called Balhae. It was founded by the remnants of Goguryeo people. The most famous artifact of unified Shilla is Seokguram. There is this Buddha statue in Seokguram. Seokguram is a cave on a mountain near Gyeongju. And Seokguram is very famous and very important. I told you the remnants of Goryeo people founded a new kingdom called Balhae. Balhae was founded by a Goguryeo general. His name was Daejoyong. And actually, Balhae had the biggest territory in Korean history. That was its territory of Balhae. Tongishilla, Unified Shilla, and Balhae. Balhae later was destroyed by Chinese dynasty, and the Chinese dynasty was not a native Chinese dynasty, but many other peoples like Mongolians. Joseon was founded by a famous Goryeo general, and his name was Lee Seong-ge. The latter part of Goryeo dynasty was full of chaos and corruption, and to be a clean and new kingdom, Lee Seong-ge rose and Also, he made a league with a new power, and their ideology was Confucianism. So Confucianism became the new ideology of Joseon dynasty. Most people know Sejong the Great was the most important Joseon dynasty king, and during his reign, many things like here Chigugi. This is to measure how much rain came down. Yeah. Chigugi. Rain gauge. Goryeo is famous of its 청자, yeah, blue ceramic, but Joseon famous 백자, white ceramic. Goryeo was more aristocratic, but Joseon was more focused on scholars, like because of Confucianism. Joseon had so many political struggles because there were like so many different political parties, and there were always like political parties conflicts every time. And Joseon dynasty, her king was not that strong because the Joseon dynasty was mainly ruled by Confucianistic nobles, and they were the powerhouse of Joseon dynasty politics. Joseon dynasty, it has two parts. It's divided by 7-year war. The war was caused by Japanese invasion during 16th century, and the latter part of Joseon dynasty, there came the last movement. It's called 대한제국. The last king of Joseon dynasty. His name was Gojoseon, and his queen was killed by Japanese assassins. Yeah. The Japanese politicians sent assassins to kill the Joseon dynasty last queen. And after she was killed, the last king of Joseon dynasty, he was very sad, and also he came to realize he needs power to protect his loved ones. So he proclaimed, from now on, Joseon, no longer it's Joseon, it's 대한제국, Korean Empire. So he wanted to build a very powerful kingdom, powerful empire. But it was just its name. Sadly, the reality was totally different. He is Gojoseon, the last king of Joseon dynasty, and he founded 대한제국, Korean Empire. And the interesting is, he was the first Korean who loved coffee. At the time, it was called gabi in Korean, gabi, coffee. Yeah, the sound is very similar.
እንግዲህ ተመልካቾቻችን ዛሬ በነበረን ቆይታ የኮሪያን ናሽናል ሙዚየም ጎበኘን ሲሆን በነበረን ቆይታም የኮሪያን ታሪክ ባጭሩም ቢሆን ለመዳሰስ ሞክረናል። ብዙ እንደተማራችሁ ተስፋ እናደርጋለን። በቀጣይ ቪዲዮ እስከምንገናኝ ድረስ ቸር ሰንብቱ። እምታ ቲዩብ ነው። ላይክ፣ ሼር፣ ሰብስክራይብ ማድረግ አንርሳ። ቴንክ ዩ